Dr. Longmore is totally correct. We have to question the decision-making capacity of the opposition leader, Mark Golding. Several infringement by him begs the question, is he thinking clearly? Is he able to make decisions that are in the best interest of Jamaicans? To name a few, the skit that he performed talking about he was freeing a black man from the bondage of poverty. I don't know who was advising him. What that skit does was burn an image in my mind that reminds me of what my ancestors went through. And for him, who has connections to the other side of the card, you have to wonder what he was thinking. It might have sounded good when they were discussing it. It might look good to some people within the crowd. But the wider society, who have some level of moral obligation to our ancestors, find that very distasteful, condescending, total disregard for our history and how we feel about slavery. That image cannot be wiped from the internet. My grandkids and their kids, as long as the internet exists, that image of the opposition leader, God forbids he become our prime minister, would be an image sitting there forever, tarnishing the history of a predominantly black country, even though we say out of many we are one. Dual citizenship. While he was a British citizen, preventing or obstructing the mandate of the government to shift away from the monarch being the hierarchy of our politics or government, he did everything to block that while still being a dual citizenship holder. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? And when you were caught, instead of saying, okay, I am ready to sever my ties completely, you said you had to pray. You had to do an internal poll. You had to do all sorts of things. What were you thinking? You had to think to choose Jamaica first. That means you are about self and not country. Thirdly, you are now caught up in a hush money scandal where barter of the Senate seats and a board and a seat on a board of a housing agency. Why a housing agency, I might ask? And that is why we have successfully failed most of government-run agencies, because people who are politically aligned are rewarded with key positions when they are not fit and proper to serve. They have no management, whether it be upper management or middle management skills. And therefore, whichever entity they end up in becomes a total failure. And at the end of the day, the taxpayers feel the burden of these decisions that are made by government. You need to step aside and allow somebody who have better decision-making capacity, somebody who has no history of those type of infringement that have stained the minds of Jamaicans. You are an embarrassment to the political arena of Jamaica. It's over for you.